Hello there. Today I'm going to be doing my first video and we are going to be playing some Sky Factory. So let's jump right into it and create a world. We're going to name this world Thrive because that's hopefully what we'll do. And let's start. Now I've played a little bit of Sky Factory before. I haven't gone through the whole game though. So this should be quite interesting. So, for those who haven't played Sky Factory before, Sky Factory, as you can see, is you just start on a single tree. So it's always interesting. And this tree, it's a special tree. So this tree is a dirt tree, and you can use it to make dirt. And that's a lovely mod called Vein Miner that we can use to mine multiple of the same block at once. So to start off, we're going to go ahead and get our crafting station. Place that down. And one important thing is you always want to use slabs when building an island, because if you have bottom slabs, then mobs can't spawn on it. So, another important thing when playing this mod is you always want to make sure to get a sapling, because if you do not get a sapling, you have to restart your world, which is always unfortunate. So what we're doing here is we make sure, since we only got one sapling from the last tree, we do have to make sure that we get another one, because it would be, once again, very unfortunate if we did not, and I'd be annoyed. And so there are many things about this mod that are very interesting. Another thing, because of course it's a single tree on a small island, that helps speed things up, is when you repeatedly crouch or sprint around a tree, it grows. It gets bone mealed, which helps speed things up significantly. And so we are just going to keep doing this until we get enough dirt. So what I needed a specific amount, and I need to make some dirt. No, I got that wrong. And so if you go like this, you can make dirt. And so not only that, we have the lovely advancement book that can tell us how to do all these different things. We can get very far. There are many things to do, as you can see. Multiple dimensions and some chaos to make. But what we're going to be working towards this episode is I want to get at least a clay tree. And so to start off, first we need to get an air fryer and hardwood, and then we can get a clay tree. So we're going to try, actually, perhaps we'll try and just get everything in this small area this episode. And so it shouldn't take too long, I suppose. And so we're just going to get started right on that. And so let's put this down. But yeah, so to start off, we're gonna make our ways to some air fryers and some rustic crushing tub, so we can make petrified saplings, and then gravel and clay, as well as some sand. I suppose we can do that. And so first we need slabs, and we can use slabs to craft some drying racks. Now I'm just gonna go with 2 of these for now, because we don't specifically need any more. As well as I'm going to craft a crook, because that is something that's useful, so that we can get more saplings. If you didn't know that when you mine trees with the crook, then you get more drops from the leaves, including saplings and acorns, so it's a very useful tool. So now we can go like this, and just torque for trees. So these are some strange trees, but I won't judge, I suppose. Come on. There we go. Okay, so, and then once we have, so once with these drying racks, what we do is we want to set these up like this, and then 4 times we can dry a dirt acorn to make a petrified acorn. And with 8 of these, we can turn this dirt sapling into a petrified sapling, which we use to get cobblestone, which is useful for obvious reasons, because we need it. We need cobblestone to really do a whole lot. And then we also get that crushing tub for another useful reason, because we need it to crush petrified acorns from when we mine the tree, and turn those into some gravel and sand acorns, which we also need in order to continue get our clay, gravel, sand acorns to make our way there. So right now we're just playing a waiting game. Dumb. Oh. And so while we wait, let me just so we're just waiting, and I suppose while we wait, I can actually work on more trees and expand the island. And then once we get all of these done, then I will continue and get back. Okay, so here we are. Back, I expanded the island a little bit, so we have more room to plant these saplings. But once you have your 8 petrified acorns, you can put a dirt sapling in the middle, surround it with it, and bam, get a lovely petrified sapling. And so I am just going to continue this process while we wait, because I would like to get a sapling from this next tree, and so I actually made myself a cook and as well as an axe to help speed things up. So hopefully we get this in a reasonable amount of time, I would assume. There we go. Okay, now that we got that, there we go. We got seven of those. It's quite nice. Okay, so we have now 8 petrified saplings, which is enough for our purposes of reproduction. So once we have those, we can go ahead and do that, as well as we can go ahead and put these into the crushing tub and jump on them and get gravel. And we can also repeat this process if we want sand, putting the gravel ones into the crushing tub to get sand acorns. And so we just have to continuously get trees. So it's not too complicated at the beginning of Sky Factory, although it does get quite a bit worse later on. But it is really quite enjoyable. So now we can go ahead and put this down. There it is. And we have all of the gravel acorns we need. So we can just go ahead and use JEI for a gravel sapling. Here it is. And we have a gravel sapling. So next, we're going to be trying to get a sand sapling, which shouldn't be too hard. It's the same process as gravel, except one step down. You take a gravel sapling, put sand acorns around it, and you get a sand sapling. It's essentially just a waiting game. Well, this looks like it might take a while, so I think that I will go ahead and cut back to this once this gravel sapling finishes growing. So, okay. Well, that took a strangely long amount of time, but now that we have it, we can go ahead and use our crook on it. And we now have everything we need to make a sand sapling. And that is everything we need, I believe. Oh, we just used petrified sapling as well. Well, and now we have our sand sapling, our very first sand sapling, which we can use to continue to grow and get more advancements. So, next we'd be wanting to get a clay. I don't think the clay is really, we might actually have what we need for it. Oh yes, we do in fact have what we need for it. The clay seems to be particularly easy. And we now also have a clay sapling. It's not hard at all. And so the last thing that we need to do today is obtain a bone. How do you make a bone sapling? I don't think I've ever used this before. That's sand, cottonwood, bone meal. How do you get bone meal? Cauldron, gravel, and water in a cauldron. We don't have that. Crushing tub, dirt. Oh, that's simple enough. We should be able to do that in short order. Oh yeah, we have enough. Seven. Where's the eighth? Oh. There we go. And now we can go ahead and make our bone sapling. And so we also have one of those. Alright, now that we have finished all of that, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode off here, but I hope that you guys did enjoy. So, and I will see you guys next time.